Yo, what is up, guys? Today we're going to be revisiting Purple Yellow Rosinante. Last time I played Rosinante, the deck list was slightly different. Now we got some new cards. Well, I want to say new cards, but people found out some better cards to add in, like this Bullet String, which turns your leader into a 7K. But if you're able to play out this Law, which makes your leader a 6K, it'll turn your leader into an 8,000 power leader until the end of your opponent's turn, which is really hard to swing over 8,000. I mean, it's pretty much like a Rocinante in Law, but as your base cost leader, or I should say base power leader. This leader is really fun, just able to play our laws out a turn early. I remember when this law was released or announced, everybody thought this law was just complete garbage, just so terrible. It was EB03. But as we know, this law and this law propelled Rocinante to being one of the top leaders in the meta right now. So we're going to get into some games. I'll cut to our first match. All right, so for our first game, we're going to be going up against a Zoro. We're going to be taking first, and we're going to I mean, this can search for our 4 cost law. So we're going to play down this law, getting a 4/6 law, then passing turn. He's going to pass it back to us. He doesn't have any good plays. So we're going to go 6,000 to his life. He's going to take Dawn -1 to play our next law out. A Dawn cheaper, ramping a Dawn rested. If you guys don't already know, Rocinante's effect, Dawn -1, we can play a law that costs 4 or more and reduce its cost by 2. So he's going to go 9,000 a life. We're going to take that, obviously. Then with 5 Dawn, we can play out a 6 Dawn character. First things first, we're going to go 6K on KO, rest one of your opponent's cards, which includes characters or leaders. So we're just going to go 6,000 with our leader. Well, I guess it also counts as Dawn, which a big brain play he could have done was let this die, then rest one of our Dawns, so we couldn't play out a law. But he didn't decide to do that. Fortunately for us, we're going to play out this, gaining a Dawn as active. Then we could go 7,000 to the Kinemon. He's going to give it up, resting our blocker law, which is also a good play. If you guys don't already know, going up against Zoro, you want to go for his board because he can very easily clear your board, so you won't have much swings. He's going to play out, okay, he's going to bring back the 2K Mihawk to play out the 5/7 Smoker. He's going to go 6 to our Law. We're going to give him a 1K here, but we don't really have any good 1Ks. Since we want to play out this Law next turn, so we're going to have to just give him a 3K event. He's going to pass turn, so we're going to go guess we could go 9,000. I think going 9,000 is better towards the smoker. And if he counters that, we could go 7,000 to the smoker. And we're going to be asking for 3 cards from his hand if he wants to defend the smoker. It looks like he's not going to choose to, so we're going to go 5 to his life. He's going to take. Then we can go 6 to life. Remembering to swing first, then play out your characters in case he gets a trigger that can bottom deck or KO one of our characters. So we're going to Dawn -1, playing out this Rush Law to go another 6,000 to his leader. He's going to take, we can now use this leader effect to trash one. We're going to trash a Rocinante and Law. We don't really have any other good cards to trash since I want to keep a 2K and I want to keep the 7 cost laws to play out. So passing it back to him, he's going to start off with a search, getting the 5 cost Tashigi, getting a law, bringing back the Prona searcher to play out the 5 cost Tashigi rested. He can rest any 6 cost character or less, and give his leader 3 rested Dawn. So he's gonna go 6,000 to our Law. We're gonna let that Law die just in case. He's gonna go 9,000 to our leader. We're gonna have to take that. And a 6,000 to a leader. We're going to give him a 2k, not our 2k counter, because we have to have 2 or less life cards to use that. So we're gonna search looking for another Law. We're gonna Dawn -1 to play out this Law. And let's see. First, we're gonna go 6,000 to his life, or I mean to his Law. Then we're gonna trash her, trashing this Law, healing one, playing out this Law. And the reason why we did it like that, because now our entire board is buffed. So we can go 9,000 to the Tashigi. 6, 7, 8, 8,000 to the Law. Then we can go 9,000 to his life. I think swinging 9,000 to the Law would have been better than 8,000 to the Zoro would be better. But we did what we did, and he's going to play down a Perona Searcher. He's going to get a 2K, have another Law in his hand to bring back the Perona Searcher to play out the Shigi resting. Well, there's not really any good targets to rest, so he's going to rest our Searcher Law, putting 3 Dawn onto his leader. Then he's probably going to add extra Dawn because he can't really swing at anyone else. But first, he's going to search top 5, getting a Koshiro blocker. Okay. He's getting ready for the next turn. But next turn, we can play out this Law. It's going to play down the Koshiro, going 8,000 to our Law. We're going to let that go. We're not going to take a life for that Law. Then we're going to take this life. It is a searcher. Ooh, we got 2 searchers. We're going to search for a Law. We're going to search again, looking for a rusher. We don't get it, but we can get another blocker Law. Not like we're going to play it. We're going to Dawn -1 for the buff 1k Law, gaining an active Dawn back. Then I guess we could play him out just normally. But first things first, I guess we could just go all for life, having him block with these. So we're going to go 6 to his life. Then we're going to go 9. He's going to block. We're going to go another 9 to the Tashigi. If he has it, then we're just going to go another 9 to the Tashigi. He could block since these are now blockers, but he didn't choose to. We're going to go 9,000 alive. He's going to give up a blocker. Then we can play out a blocker of our own, gaining a rested Dawn. Just kidding. We don't have any more Dawn that we can gain. So this is a tough spot for the Zoro because all of our characters just have so much power that he isn't able to play out the characters that he wants to play out and put on Dawn, the necessary amount of Dawn to KO our characters. He's going to search. He's going to get a 3-cost restand event, playing down a Koshiro, putting 3 Dawn onto his leader. Probably going to try to restand, but he's going to need to put on at least 1 more Dawn to swing at our characters. No, he's going to go 8,000 to our life. We're going to take that. He's not going to be able to use his activate main, but he can use a 3-cost event to restand it. Instead, he's going to freeze down 2 of our characters. Not bad. But here we could just go straight for life. He does have 2 blockers, but we're not really worried since we know one of his cards is a brick. His other 2 cards are going to have to be 2Ks. So we're going to go 8 to life. So this trigger probably tells me that, yep, he got the restand event. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we can go 10,000 life. Knowing that this final card is a brick, then we can go another 10, well, 11, just in case if he does have the zero cost event. No, he had three of these restands, probably going to try to go for a game the turn after that. But even if he tried, he wouldn't have had enough. We could have 3K'd, we could have 2K'd with a 1K. Or no, he would have actually probably had it. We could have taken one swing. He would have needed to use one. We could have taken another swing. He would have needed to use another. We could have blocked out of one swing. Then the final swing. No, we wouldn't have had enough. Actually, a close game. We're gonna go on to the next match. Okay, and then up against an ace, he's going to go second. We're gonna want to mulligan this hand, but it's a little good, not gonna lie. So we're gonna keep it. We're going to get this rush law, then pass. He's gonna play down a carp searcher, getting an I am Whitebeard event, putting a Dawn onto his leader, getting it back to us. We're gonna go 6 to life. 6 is the sweet number that you want to be swinging up against ace if he has a leader effect. He's gonna take drawing 2. We're going to Dawn -1 to play out this blocker law, gaining a Dawn rested. We're not really playing the blocker law to block. We're just playing him out to have him out on the board. No 6 to our life. We could give him a 2K here. Next turn we can get the 8K blocker. Playing down a Cavendish, no problem. So first things first, 6,000 to life. It's gonna give us a 1K. Then we can Dawn -1, playing out this, gaining a Dawn as active. Then we can search with the law, getting this law, which lets us trash 2 of his cards. So we're gonna pass turn, letting him draw some extra cards. And then with his Cavendish, he's going to draw even more cards. We probably won't be able to play out this law though, since we're going to want to play out this rush law into this plus 1K law. He's going to play down the Yamato to draw 2, giving a Rusted Dawn to his leader. We're going to be able to get a free block. 7,000 to our life. We're going to block that. Then he's probably going to go, no, he's going to go 6,000 to our life. We're going to give him a 2K since we don't want to give up the 1K in our hand, and we well, either 1Ks in our hands. Then he's going to pass turn. He's got 10 cards in his hands. We can play out the Rush Lady Law. We can play this out next turn for 5 Dawn. Then play out this law for 4, which is actually perfect. So that's what we're going to do. So first things first, 6,000 to his life. Six, 8. He's gonna go -2, -1 since he's gonna have his I am Whitebeard. Play out the Whitebeard. He's gonna give us a 2K. All right. What we need is to KO a card, so he can draw 2, or take a life so he can draw 2. We're gonna play down this Rush Lady Law, going 6,000 to the Cavendish. Gonna give us a I am Whitebeard event. All right, so we're gonna trash the law, trashing this blocker law to gain a life. Playing this law, ramping a Dawn as active, buffing our board by 1K, and 6, 7, 8. We're gonna go 8,000 to leader. I kind of want him to swing with the Cavendish to draw two, trash one, just so he doesn't get low enough so we are able to get two cards from his hand. But best case scenario, he takes and draws two. Nope, he's gonna give us three cards. So we're gonna pass the turn. He's gonna be up to 7 cards in hand. With the Cavendish, he's gonna be up to 8. And if he uses the I am Whitebeard, he's going to be back down to 7. He's not going to do that. He's instead going to bottom deck our Rosinante and Law. Going 6,000 to our life, we are going to take. We get Virgo. Then he's going to go another 6,000 of life. We're going to take, using the trigger to draw two. And he's going to have a Cavendish swing, 7,000. He's going to draw two, trash one, putting him at that 7 card limit. We are going to, we're going to have to give him two 1Ks here. We're just going to take, man, we're getting a lot of bricks. Man, oh man. Then he's going to pass turn. All right. So this can be played out for 4. You know, 5, 6, 7. So we're gonna play out this law using card action to return one. So he has to trash 2 cards from his hand. Using our leader effect to -1. Playing out the 7 cost law. Gaining one back as active, buffing our board by 1K. Then we can go for his board. So we're first things first. The Cavendish, just so he can't get the card advantage back. Then we can go 7,000 to the Yamato. Well, it would have been better if we would have went 6,000 than 8,000. I forgot that. I thought this was swinging for 8,000. Because now we could just leader effect and give us a 2K. But if we went 6,000, he would have needed to give us a 1K. Then if we would have went 8,000, he would have needed to leader effect and give us an additional card. So we're gonna go 7,000 to the Yamato. And he's gonna give us a 2K. We're gonna pass turn. See what he does here. He's probably gonna play down a 10 cost Edward Newgate. He's going to I am Whitebeard, draw two, trash one, letting him play out a 10 cost 12K blocker for only 8 Dawn. Giving 2 Rusted Dawn to his leader, 2 Rusted Dawn to the Yamato. With 2 active Dawn, he's probably going to give a Dawn each to one of his characters. He's going to go 8,000 to our life. 8, 7, 8, 9. We want to give him 3 cards in our hands. Oh, snap. And then we got another brick. We need to get rid of these bricks. We're going to have to take this swing also. He's going to play down an Ezo. All right. So we're going to search with the Rosinante. We need this Divine Departure. But we can get this 2K Law. We're going to Dawn -1 to play out this Rush Lady Law. We're going to go 6,000 to the Yamato. Looking to KO it here. We do have 2 blockers. And we can play out another blocker. He's going to give out the Yamato. He is able to draw a card. We're going to trash it, trashing a brick from our hand to gain a life and play down a blocker, gaining a Dom back as active. Then we have free range on the leader. So we're going to go 8,000 to his life. He's gonna trash to Ezo to draw one, bottom deck one. He's going to block with the Edward Newgate. I wonder if we could just go 12 to the Edward Newgate. He has a Dawn up, and it'd be very risky. I mean, he did just draw a card and trash a card. So we're gonna go 6 to his life. Seeing what he has in his hand. He's gonna take, alright. So we're gonna go another 6 then. He's gonna give us a 1K. Then we can go 11 to his life. Or I think 10 would be better. Just in case if our life is a one cost event. Always have to prepare for that. Or if he does putting us, we can get a 2K if we do draw into it. All right, and he's going to give us the counter for that, which was round or radical beam and a 2K. You have to give us 6,000. Nope, he isn't. He's instead going to play down a Edward Newgate, draw 2, trash 2, 2 Rusted Dawn to his ace, and 2 Rusted Dawn to his Edward Newgate. We can give up this law, this 5K blocker. We don't need him. It's going to go 8,000 to our law. We're going to defend that with a we should have blocked 1K, then just block this character swing. But it's a little too late to block, so we're going to have to give him a 2K, 1K. He's gonna pass turn, not swinging with the Edward Newgate. All right. So here we're gonna go 6 to life. Seeing what he has. He has his leader effect, and he has 2 blocks with a life. He's gonna give us a 2K. All right, I like to see that. So we're gonna go another 6,000 to his life. You could probably take out the Newgates if he does decide to block with them early. He's gonna take to draw 2, I presume. So we're gonna go 8,000 to his life. He is going to block. All right. Let's see how much Dawn we have left after we Dawn -1 play out this blocker, gaining a Dawn active and drawing a card. We have 6 Dawn, 5 Dawn that we can play with. If we put all 5 Dawn onto our character, we could go 13. But all he'd need is a 2K. So we do have 2 blockers. So we're going to go another just 6,000 to his life. Seeing what he does. We can go 6. Then we can go 8. He's going to need a leader effect, then give us a counter. If he does that, then we can't swing over this. Or no, we can. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we can swing 12. But do we want to swing 12 is the question. I don't think we want to be swinging 12 here, actually, because I feel like if we swing 12 and he has counter for it, this card is a 1K at the very least. He can counter out of it and go 12, 12, 15. But at the same time, this card could be a Roger. Does he have a Roger in the trash? No. So we're just gonna have to pray and hope that he does not have a Roger. He's gonna Garp. Thank God. Now he can't Roger since Roger cast costs 10. He's gonna get a I am Whitebeard. Interesting pick. So he doesn't have another 10 cost in his hands. I'm not sure if this is the 1k that he drew or the 1k that, okay, maybe 10 to our life. No, he's gonna go 10 to our law. We're gonna let this law die. And we're gonna see if he swings with his 12k new gates. He's gonna play down the Uta. We're gonna search with the Rosinante. We don't find a rush law, but we do get another blocker, which we're going to take. And since he only has one card in his hand, if we go 8,000 and he gives up the blocker, then we go another 8,000. We'll have 6. We'll have enough to play out this Rosinante and Law. He left 3 Dawn up. I'm not worried about the 3 Dawn. He's going to block with a 12k. 1, 2, 3, 6. We're going to go another 8,000 to his life. He's going to give up his blocker. Now we can go 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. If he wants to block and give us his final counter, that is fine. Or he could block and give up the Edward Newgates. That is what he's going to do. Um, we could go. He does have his leader effect. That's the only problem. So we could go 6. Then we could go 9. Yeah, that's the best option right now. 6. One for his leader effect, then 9,000. Surely he doesn't. Well, sure, yeah, surely he doesn't have a 4K event. There's the I am Whitebeard. Then we can go 9,000 to his life. And it was a Roger. Oh, I'm glad that we did not stall for another round. Roger, if we would have stalled for another round, that would have been GG's. Looks like he drew into it. Good game to the ace. On to the next game. Okay, and the next match is a Rosinante Ditto. We're going to take first, and I guess we could keep this hand. We do have 2 searchers. We're going to play it on the Rosinante searcher to get a 4-cost law. Pass turn. With 2 of these rush laws, I am feeling good, feeling great, feeling amazing. He's gonna play down his sugar, searching with the sugar. Thankfully, we had a Rosinante down, so we can KO it. He's going to get a Rosinante and Law. We can go 2,000 to the sugar. He's gonna let it die. Then we can go 5,000 to his leader, playing down a sugar. Dawn -2 to play down this Law, ramping a Dawn back as rested, then passing the turn back to him. He's at 4 Dawn. He's able to play down the 4-cost blocker law, either the 4-5 or the 4-6. He's gonna get another 6-8 law, just like my height. He's gonna go 8,000 to our life. We're gonna have to take that because we are not defending an 8,000. No, sir, not this early. We can search with the sugar, getting a. This is the Supernova Heart Pirates, Dressrosa Heart Pirates. Don Quixote Pirates, Baby 5 is the only card that we can search. We can Don -1, playing down this, gaining a Don back as active. Then we can go double sixes to his life. Or we're gonna pass here. It's gonna go 8,000 or 6,000 to our sugar. We can block. It's gonna Don -1. Probably playing out the 6-8. Yep. He's gonna pass. Nice. Now we can search again with the sugar, gaining an additional card, but we are now in risk of that 7 cost or a 7 card law, which will make us trash 2 random cards. We're gonna Don -1, playing out this law. Then we can go 6,000 to his life. Unfortunately, we don't have the 7 cost law. He's gonna give us a 2K. We can trash this law, trashing a card from our hand. We're gonna trash a 2K, gaining a life, playing out this Rosinante, drawing a card. We do not want to draw a card. We want to get rid of a card. I mean, we could just play down to Divine. We could play Divine Departure for 0 Dawn, just so we could get down to 0 or to 6 cards. Uh, let's see. We're gonna go 6 to his life. I think we're just gonna go double sixes. Yes, he blocks. So we're gonna go another 6 to his life. He's going to take, I mean, if he took that, then what's stopping us from going 8,000? He's going to take, he had 2 Dawn up. He probably had the 4K event, which turns his leader into a 7K. But he would have to Dawn -1 for that, but it doesn't really matter. Because he's going to be able to do whatever he needs to do. So he's going to go 2,000 to our sugar. We could give him a 2K. We could troll him, give him a 2K to protect our sugar, so he has to swing with one of these characters. If he swings with this Rosinante, we can block. Then he's gonna have to decide on what he's gonna want to swing with this Rosinante and Law. He's gonna Gamma Knife our Rosinante and Law. Then he's gonna go 5,000. We could just take a life. He's gonna play down the Rush Law, 6K to the probably to our Rosinante and Law. Nope, to our sugar. Next turn, we do have another Rush Law that we can play out with a 6-8 Rosinante. He's gonna trash this law when attacking if your opponent has more dunk cards on the field than you. Top 5 of your deck. Reveal to 1 hard pirate card and add it to your hand. To place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. Then he's going to concede. All right. I'm not sure why. Uh, I mean, he had his Rosinante swing, but at the same time, he had basically no counter. So whatever swings we were going to do, he was going to have to take because he didn't have any counter. Um, Protecting this sugar did mess him up quite a bit because he had to use up all of his swings onto the sugar. And he didn't really play a lot of these one cost searchers. He had another in his hand. We don't know if he had it the entire time, but up against Rosinante, it's better just to play out your 2Ks, your 2K searchers, just so you can KO the sugars. Because if you don't, then the Rosinante will protect it since he's able to play out so many blockers and so many strong blockers. KOing the sugar is very important. That's why I struggle up against the Rocinante matchup when playing Buggy. Sometimes if I don't get the Galdino, I'm not able to KO the sugar. So that was a Rocinante mirror. I'm gonna keep that in the video just to show you guys just how good it is to protect your sugar, especially if they only have one swinger. So if you have an 8K, just like how we did, we have an 8K character and he has a 2K character. He swings 2K to 1K. Giving up a 2K is more worth it because now he's gonna have now because we could block this, or he could dump 3 Dawn onto his character, then swing 8 at it. But even if he does that, we could block 1K. And next turn, we're most likely going to be searching a 2K for only 1 Dawn. So the turn after that, he's going to have to put in all of his resources that he did developing his board into the sugar. So if he goes another 2K into it, we just give out the 2K that we searched. Then he's going to have to swing with his higher attack characters. And if he does the same mistake of swinging 5K, then we could block 6K. And if he plays down like the 7K, like a 7K character or even an 8K character, then we could block 1K and continue to search with the sugar, gaining more value with the sugar, only having to use up 1 card from our um Dawn cards, only having to use up 1 active Dawn, I should say. So on to the next match. All right, so for our next match, we're going up against a UP Luffy and the Up Luffy. He's gonna choose to go first. He's gonna take our first. We don't have a 2 Dawn play here. Wow, this hand is really, really bad. He's gonna go 6 to our life. We're gonna give him a 2K. Then we can go 7. Dawn -1. Play out this law, gaining a Dawn back as rested. He's gonna play down Galdino, ramping all the way up to 8. Holy guacamole! He is already at 8. What is this? This is busted. He's gonna be able to use his leader effect next turn. We're gonna play out this Virgo, since I know he loves to use a removal. Then we're gonna go 6,000 to his life. And we're only gonna play out these Rocinantes. 6. We're gonna go another 6,000 to his life. His hand size is looking a little low. Okay, never mind. He's gonna get Gum Gum Giant GGG. Going up to 10 Dawn. Oh my days. 10 Dawn. He's gonna play it on the Sanji. He's gonna get the Rush Luffy. Oh my god, what is this insanity? 6,000 to our life. We don't even have a single 2K to our name. Oh my god, he's gonna go 7 to our life. We finally get a 2K. A 10,000 to our life. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. What is this? Somebody please help me. Go 6,000 to the Bod Cray. Go 6,000 to his life. He's gonna give us a 1K. We get down by his 1 to play down the Rusher. Swinging 6,000 to his life. He's gonna give us another 1K. We could trash her. I guess we could trash one of these Rocinantes. Gaining a life, gaining a blocker, gaining an active dot, gaining everything. I guess we could go 8,000 to his life. He does have Gum Gum Giant. He's got that on standby. We could buff up our leader, so we're just gonna go 7,000. We're not gonna return any Dawn. And he's gonna give us a 2K. What is this insanity? You may return one of your Dawn from play to your Dawn deck. Draw a card, and this character gains Rush for the turn. He's gonna whip the leader effect. No, he's not, because there's no such thing as whiffing the leader effect. We're going to give him a 4K event, returning 1 Dawn. He's gonna go 9,000 to our life. We're gonna block, give him a 2K. He's gonna go 10,000 to our life. Oh no, he's gonna go 10,000 to our Virgo. Okay, that's what okay, I don't mind that. We're gonna give him a 3K event. Then we're gonna throw on a 1K. All right, he's gonna pass it back to us. We're gonna search for this Lady Law. Dawn -1 to play out Mrs. Law. Ah, snap. So he is 8,000. 987. Um, we could put a Dawn here. We could go this. We could do this. We could do this. Uh, he's gonna take. We could put the dot here. Then we could go here. We could go like that. See, give us 1K. All right, whatever. We're going to trash this log, getting a life, flag out this, getting a dot as active. Then we have a 9K swing to 7,000. Yeah, I'm liking those odds. Well, 9,000. Yeah, I guess I'm liking those odds. I guess, bro. I guess 9,000 to 7,000. He does have Gum Gum Giant, which is exactly what he's gonna do. He's gonna bottom deck or trash the Gum Gum Red Rock. He only has one life. He's going to get a Uso Hachi, getting 7,000 to our Virgo. We're gonna have to let that die. So he's probably gonna bottom deck our character. No, he's gonna go 8,000 to our Rosadate Allah. We're gonna have to give that up. We could take a life instead. Ooh, yeah, we could take a life. We could give him a 3K event here. He's gonna do another Roger. You gotta be stinking kidding me. He's gonna go 9,000. We could give him a 2K. So his leader is really high up. He's probably got enough for a Gum Gum Giant. Oh my God, what is this insanity? So he's 8,000 right now. So one, two, three, four for the Gum Gum Giant. Five. He's 8,000. We're also 8,000. So I guess we're gonna have to go double 13s and pray and hope, right? Um, yeah, we're gonna have to go double 13s. Oh my Jesus. Um, 13, or maybe this isn't Gum Gum Giant. What did he draw again? He got an Uso Hachi, so he has a 2K in that hand. So if he has a Gum, if this is a Gum Gum Giant, then we are screwed. So we could go one, two, three, four, five. Here we could go 13 to his life. He's going to take. Then we could go another 13, and just to hope that he doesn't have a Gum Gum Giant or anything. Oh my lord, he has a Go Giant. He's gonna trash. Then he's gonna give us a 2K. And there's not much that we could do here. He has 10K, 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 9K, 6K, 0K. Oh my god. He's gonna get a Go Giant just because. Probably just to flex on us. Oh my god, he's gonna bottom decker character. That was unnecessary. He didn't even need to do that. We're gonna get a 2K, but he's gonna go 10,000. No, he's gonna go for our board. Oh my god, the humiliation. Oh my god. 9,000, then we die. He had an additional 2K. GG's. Okay, never mind. Then we're gonna go on to our final match. That was insanity, bro. He ramped to 8 in 1.5 turns and he played all this, but it was a little close. Next game. All right, and for our final game, it's going to be up against a Vegapunk. Okay, I like that. I like Vegapunk. We're gonna go first, getting 2 searchers. Very nice. We're gonna play out the Law Searcher. Not getting what we want, but we could get a Virgo. He does have the 5 cost Nami that can remove characters from our board, but other than that, he doesn't have any other removal. Well, we can't even get it. Never mind. I was theory crafting something that can't even happen. We're gonna pass turn. He's gonna have his leader effect up, so up against Vegapunk, I need to remember not to swing at him. He's going to get Egghead stage, resting one to play out the 7K Shaka. He did get it. Um, oh snap. All right, so we're gonna get this Lady Law, and yeah, we're just gonna have to pass turn. I don't want to swing into him. Instead, I want to swing onto his board. Not like we can swing into his board anyways, but he's only gonna have one 7K swing since his leader can't attack. Thankfully, this isn't OP15, so we don't have to worry about Rayquaza help with Borsalinos. He's gonna throw down the stage. We're gonna have to. I mean, we could 3K counter this if we want to. We're going up to 3, 4, 5. We could play down a 6 cost. We could go down to 7. We're gonna give him a 3K counter event. We know exactly what we want to play and what we want to do next turn. So all right, he's gonna stack life. So we're definitely not gonna swing into his life now. So we're just gonna Dawn -1. Oh, we're gonna have to Dawn -1 and active Dawn. This hurts. This hurts. +1, then pass turn. I guess it isn't really worth it to play out this rush law, is it? Well, if he does add another card to his life, he won't be able to stand up with his Egghead stage because you have to have 3 or less life. He's gonna play Dureshi, and I'm glad this guy's running Dureshi. I'm not sure why Vegapunks don't run Dureshi. This is a really good card. It's a 3, and it helps solve the problem of Vegapunk not having enough resources. So he's gonna play down the Vegapunk, top 5 for a scientist, getting a Lilith. Okay. All right, so he's gonna get the removal Nami 5 or less. So we just gotta remember not to swing, or not to play down a character with a cost of 5 or less. He's gonna go 8 to our life. I guess we could take maybe 5 trigger, draw 2. Thank you. All right, so instead of playing out this rush lady law, we are instead going to we get Adana as active. Um, yeah, I think we're just gonna play out this law. No, we don't, because we have the Dawn -1. All right, well that's good to know in the future when we play that again. We have the Dawn -1. It's less or equal to. Passing turn to him. He's got 7 cards in hand, but if there's anything to know about Vegapunk is that he doesn't have any 2Ks. And he hasn't been able to develop a board. He's gonna get a Please Save Me, a I Quasar Help. I have a feeling that this game is going to take a while. All right. What are you gonna do now? You got 7 cards in hand. Surely you have one scientist in there. No, 8,000 to our life. We're going to block and give him a 1K Lady Law, Mrs. Law, and then he's going to play down a Shaka, tapping 5 for another character. No, put another blocker Shaka into his life. What is this man doing? Um, okay, so I guess now we can swing into him and his characters. So we can Don -1 play out this law, giving this law a Dawn. Then we could go 7,000 to the Shaka. Because now he is unable to stand his characters up. He's going to give us a 1K. We could trash this Lady Law. Trashing Blocker Law. Gaining a life. Playing out this 7 cost. Gaining an active Dawn now. Then we can go 9,000 to the Shaka. Then we go 7,000. He's going to block. Since we know that his deck doesn't run a lot of 2Ks, we're just gonna put all of our Dawn onto this law and swing for 8,000. And if he does block, then we're just gonna go 9,000. Or if he does counter, then we're just gonna go 9,000. So he isn't gonna choose the counter, and we're not gonna swing into him because if he swing into him, then he's just gonna get a 5/6 blocker on his board. So we're gonna pass turn. He's gonna play out Stussy to play out Vegapunk to play out a 5 cost character, a 5 cost scientist. He's gonna play out a Shaka. Look, he's just getting all the Shakas. All of them. And if he does decide to swing with his 7 cost shotgun, wait a minute. Wait, and he still has his leader effect. Oh my god, this is busted. So he's gonna use his leader effect to play out a 5 cost character. We're gonna see what 5 cost character. No, he's gonna instead stack his life. Okay. Going 8,000 to our life. We have a 9K blocker. All right. So we could sugar search top 5 for a Rosinante. Play down the Rosinante to search for um oh, for nothing. I thought we could get at least a sugar. We're gonna whiff the search. Unfortunate. Uh, but we can play down the Uso Hachi to rest his Shaka, so we can KO his Shaka. So let's go 9,000 to the Shaka. Then we can play out this Uso Hachi to rest down his Shaka. Going 8,000 to the Shaka. He's gonna choose to block. That's no problem. We can go another 8,000 to the Shaka. He's gonna block 2K. Okay. Well, I'm almost certain that he doesn't have another 2K. So well, not really a point in greeting. He has a Dawn up. So we're gonna pass turn. This Vegapunk is now down to 2 cards. He's gonna go 2,000 to our sugar. Right on. I guess we're gonna give it a 2K. Actually, giving a 2K would have been way better because he doesn't have any swings. His leader can't swing, and he'd have to swing with a Stussy to our sugar. So that was a misplay on our part. We could have given a 2K, and we would have been able to search for a Rosinante if he wouldn't have been able to KO it. Okay, sure, I guess. He's gonna put this at the top of his life. He could KO a card with a cost of 2 or less. Playing down a Nami. I mean, he could have played down the Nami, trash this, then whatever card he got from the top of his deck, he could have played out, but it looks like that's not what he chose to do. We can Don -1 to play out this Rosinante for just 2 Don cheaper, period. Um, and we could go 4 Don for this Law, then we could pass turn. We're gonna swing next turn just so we can have a full board to swing at him with because I don't want either of these laws to miss out on any of the fun. And we'll be able to clear out some of his board if he does decide to swing with the Nami. Oh, instead he's going to swing with the Lilith. We're going to take that swing. Then he's gonna pass. All right, no worries. Now we could go. Well, we could go 5,000 to his life. If he wants to give us the card in his hand, even better for us. He's gonna draw 1 card, no problem. Then we can go 6,000 to his life. All right, he's gonna play out the 5 cost Vegapunk to search top 5 to play out a scientist card. He's gonna play down Edison. He can't use the effect because he doesn't have 2 or less life. Um, Now the question is do we pass? He has 2 5K swings, and if we pass it, he won't be able to stand up his characters. But if we do let him take another life, he will be able to stand up with his characters. So we're gonna pass turn. So whatever characters he swings with, He won't be able to stand up, and if he does decide to heal 1 life, well, we're just gonna have 2 extra swings. He's gonna start off with a 5K to us. We're gonna block. We could also play out this Trafalgar Law. So when he does take his life, we can search for an Usohachi. He's gonna go 5,000 to our life. We're gonna give him a 1K. With Autumn up, he's probably running Bonnie since it is searchable, and he is running Stussy, which I don't see a lot of builds running. I don't think Stussy is very good. He's gonna play down another Stussy. He's gonna have to play over his characters. To one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 6 or less cannot attack until the end of your opponent's next phase. He's gonna freeze our blocker. All right. Now we could just go for life since he's gonna have to play over his characters. The first character he's gonna have to play over, then his next Shaka, he's either gonna have to block or play over another character. So we're going to go since I don't care if he gets a free block. If he does get a free block, then we're just gonna KO that character. So we're gonna go 5,000 of life. He's gonna take playing over the Nami. Then we're gonna go six. I guess it doesn't hurt to go 7,000. 7,000 to his life. He's gonna give us a Vegapunk. Then we go 8. He's going to take. Then we go another 8,000 to his life. He's going to take. He's gonna get a Vegapunk trigger to draw a card. So we're going to Don -1. So our blocker law can be played out for a Don cheaper. We're gonna play out this blocker law right over this law, getting a Don as active. Then we can put in 1, 2, 3, 4 Don onto this law. Then we could go 12 to him. He is going to take. Looks like he's gonna just try to end game here. We'll pass turn. I mean, we have 2 blockers up. We have quite a bit of vents. He's gonna Dareshi to draw 2 cards. Hmm. He's gonna get a 2K and a Irie Quasar help. At the very least, he only has 1 more Shaka in his deck, so if he doesn't, so even if he goes all out, you can play out a Vegapunk, then he will maybe draw a Shaka to play out. But he definitely can't end here. He's gonna go 8 to our life. We can Don -1 for a 4K, making our leader 7,000. He's gonna go 8,000. 8,000 to who? He's gonna go 8,000 to our Rosinante. We're gonna give him a 2K. He's gonna use his leader effect, most likely to put an Irie Quasar help at the top of his life. Yep. Then he's gonna pass turn, standing up his blocker that he just swung with. So, um, we could go double nines. We know he has a 2K in his life. He's gonna give up a blocker to free up board space for the Irie Quasar help. We're gonna go another 9,000 to his life. Okay, he will frighten me. He's gonna freeze our blocker. He's gonna Rayquaza, I hope, to play out a Shaka. He's not gonna play out a Vegapunk. I'm not sure why. You could have replaced this S Snake for a stronger character, or potentially for another Shaka. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. We'll go 4. We'll go another 9,000 to his life. Then we'll swing 9,000 or 8,000s. And we're gonna search for a blocker law. He's gonna give up his blocker. All right. So we're gonna go 8,000 to his life. Even if he has a 3K event, he's gonna have to 3K and give us a card from his hand. Nope. Instead, he's gonna give us two 2Ks. All right, no problem. All right, so we're gonna go 8,000 to his life. He's going to block 3K. No problem. We are going to search for top 4. We're gonna get a I love. Oh no, we can't even get an I love you, but we can get a 2K. Then we can search again for. We can't get that. We can't get that. I guess we could get a 1K. Then we could pass turn. So he doesn't run any resting, and he can't KO our Rosinante. So he's just gonna have to give up because all the swings that he was gonna do, we were gonna take them all. Then for the final swing, we were gonna block, and we did have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could block up to 12,000. So we could have blocked one swing. We could have taken all three. Then we would have had a full board to swing at him with. Maybe if he had the Bonnie, it would have been a problem. Because could have taken a life. It would have been down to 2. But he would have to swing base with everything. So if he would have swung 6, we could have given a 2K. If we would have swung 7, we could have given him a 3K. Then we could give him another 2K, 3K for another swing. So that could block 3 swings. Then we could block another swing. We would have to take 1. Then we would have no, we would have 0 life because we can't swing. So it would be the same way. Even if we played this Bonnie, we would have been down to 0 life, but we would have been down 1 character. So we would have had 4 swings instead. Well, I guess 5, including our leader. Well, no, 4, because we wouldn't swing with this law. We would have had 4 swings. Um, that was Purple Yellow Rosinante. I hope you guys did enjoy that video. Be sure to like, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll be see you guys next time.